Hi guys. So today is another HelloFresh unboxing. I do have a little bit of a cold, so I've got my tea. If my voice sounds a little hoarse, but food unboxings won't wait. So if I wanted to get this on video, I needed to do it today, voice or no voice. So I wanted to give you a little bit of an update. This is my second HelloFresh box, and I am absolutely loving this subscription. It is the best. Now, I'm not saying it's the best for everyone. I haven't referred too many of my immediate family because for some reason, and I don't know if this is true or not, but my mother and my sister will both claim that they like grocery shopping and would go grocery shopping every day if they had time. I am the exact opposite. I abhor grocery shopping. When I lived up north, we had Peapod available. If you know what that is, it's through the grocery store Stop and Shop, and I could go online and I could plug in the things that I order, and normally I order the same things at the grocery store all the time, and then they would deliver it to my house, and it cost $5. Honestly, I easily saved $5 on not buying impulse purchases while I was at the grocery store. I would just get the things that I need, things that were on my list. I could sit down with a cookbook and pick out my recipe while I was filling it out online. I loved it, loved it, loved it. They don't have it in the city where I live now. So the fact that HelloFresh gets delivered to my house every week, I was so happy on Monday thinking, oh, we really need to go grocery shopping. But then I was thinking, you know what, we have enough to make it till Wednesday, and we're getting a HelloFresh box on Wednesday. So that was very exciting to me. The three recipes that came with the first box were all delicious. Any complaints I had about it, if you listen to my cooking video, they were very minor. They were mostly about me paying attention to the recipes and getting used to the system and the way that they work. But again, nothing major. And I think the only thing that I may do in the future is I might spice things up a little bit more. I have an herb garden in the back. I may throw some of my own herbs in. But every recipe has had something that I haven't really done before. It's one of the nice things about these recipes is they're not what I would always pick if I was looking at a cookbook. So it gives me a chance to try something different, gives me a chance to cook something different. I think at the end of 3 months with these boxes, it'll be like a couple of culinary classes, because it feels very similar to when I've done culinary classes. And there's always been one or two recipes from each class that I've loved and I've wanted to replicate in the future. I never love everything that we do, so I found the same things with these recipes. There's always sort of one standout thing. So with the Thai shrimp, it was roasting the rice before cooking it. With the, what was the second dish that had the roasted, the caramelized onions? Caramelized onions were delicious and really easy to do, and something that you could add to almost anything. So each of the recipes were fun. The steak wasn't revolutionary, but I never cook steak. So knowing how to cook steak, to sear it on the stove and then put it in and then bake it in the oven, was actually a really good class for me, because I just never cook it, and so maybe I'd cook it more if I felt more comfortable with it. So definitely an A+ subscription. If you love to shop and you're very finicky about what you eat and you don't want to try new things, then it's not going to be the subscription for you. But if you want to avoid grocery shopping and you want to know that you have 3 healthy meals, the other thing is they're really quick to cook. So I know and they're tested ahead of time, so they aren't going to say that something takes a half hour if it really takes 2 hours, which I found sometimes in cookbooks. So it really is something where if I know I have a half hour when I get home to cook dinner, it's going to be done. The longest one I think took 40 minutes, and it's probably because I think it was the one that I was recording, so I was kind of goofing around with recording it. So, all right, so let's get into this box. So again, it says the same thing on this box. Ingredients sourced from the best American suppliers, packed in the right quantity to reduce food waste. All you need are a few basics. So here are the recipe cards for this week, and this week we have spicy steak stir fry with sautéed asparagus, seared scallops with crispy Brussels sprouts. I'm really excited about this one. I love scallops. Roasted red peppers with pork. I think I substituted this one. I think I had the option of a grilled chicken, and I opted for the pork instead. So let's look a little bit at the recipes before I open up the box. Roasted red peppers with pork and crispy Parmesan crust. Rosemary and oregano make the perfect herby pork stuffing for the sweet roasted peppers. Ingredients: 12 ounces of ground pork, 1 cup of couscous, red bell peppers, 1 sprig of rosemary, 2 cloves of garlic, 1 shallot, 1/4 cup of panko. I never use panko. My mom loves panko. I guess it's in a lot of like Weight Watchers recipes. 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese, 1 teaspoon of dried oregano, 1 vegetable stock cube, and 4 tablespoons of olive oil. So this one is 492 calories, 33 grams of carbohydrates, 17 grams of fat, and 20 grams of protein. So this is one of the lowest protein recipes that we've had, and highest calorie. So it'll be interesting to try. One thing I've found is that often what they consider a portion size, it may look small on the plate, but it's very filling, and it's often more than I would necessarily take. So again, we had a guest all last week, and we were easily able to stretch all of these out to 3 people, and we had leftovers from the one recipe that I pretty much doubled. We had leftovers for the following day. So their use of fresh herbs is wonderful. It really, the caramelized onions had you throw in a sprig of rosemary. My whole house smelled of this rosemary in the pan, and it was lovely. So then the next one is spicy steak stir fry, a pasta dish with an Asian twist. This one pairs steak with sesame and soy paired with crisp asparagus. I'll probably throw this steak in the freezer because I probably won't make it till later this weekend or early next week, because we just had steak. The last of the recipes we had for them was steak, and we had it the other night. So I'll wait and have steak close to a week from now. 8 ounces of sirloin strips, 6 ounces of fusilli, 2 cloves of garlic, 10 grape tomatoes, 2 scallions, 6 asparagus, 2 tablespoons of sesame oil, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of sesame seeds, 1 tea of chili flakes. And this has 516 calories. The carbohydrates are 44 grams. The fat is 15 grams, and the protein is 47 grams. So this has a lot of protein in it. Seared scallops with crispy Brussels sprouts and quinoa. Orange zest is a great flavor booster. It gives this elegant dish a rich citrus taste and brightens up the whole meal. 8 ounces of sea scallops, 5 ounces of tricolored quinoa, 1 shallot, 1 orange, 8 ounces of Brussels sprouts, half an ounce of cilantro, 1 ounce of hazelnut, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 1 chicken stock cube, 1 tablespoon of butter, and 1 tablespoon of olive oil. So the calories are 455, carbohydrates 49 grams, fat 15 grams, protein 20 grams. So let me know if there's any of these that you would particularly like to see me cook. If there's one that really appeals to you, I may film it, or I can also read you more of the recipe on the back. But I'm not quite sure which one of these that I'm going to cook yet. So I don't want to read you the recipe for that one if I'm going to read it again in that video. But let me know if you want any of the specifics on any of these. I'm happy to provide it. Okay, so let's look in here. So the only thing that was making me feel bad about this box is that there is a lot of packing material. It's got this insulation that goes all the way around the inside of the box and on the top. So what I'm thinking of doing is actually using it to make cushions for my lawn furniture. Because it is in this plastic anyway, I could easily put a cover over it. So I'm thinking of trying to do something like that so that I don't just have all this extra packing material every week. So here is the bag for the roasted red peppers, pork, and crispy Parmesan crust. So we've got the 2 red peppers in here. Their produce always looks really nice. Again, they're garlic, which has already been peeled, shallot, Parmesan, and couscous. We eat a lot of couscous at my house, so it would be one that would be easy to replicate if I really like it. And it sounds like it might be one where you could just make the couscous on the side, if I like their couscous recipe. Seared scallops with crispy Brussels sprouts and quinoa. I love Brussels sprouts. I love them, and they're very expensive. So it's nice to have a Brussels sprout recipe. So there's the Brussels sprouts, there's an onion, there's the quinoa, there's some sort of nuts. They look like maybe hazelnuts, I don't know. There's an orange. I like whenever they ask you to have lime juice or orange zest, or they provide you with the whole orange, so you can zest it. So, and then the fresh cilantro. And so here we have spicy steak stir fry with asparagus. It's got the asparagus in here. Not very much asparagus, but I guess you're going to cut it up small, and it's in pasta. Tomatoes, garlic, sesame seeds, some shallots. Looks like a good one. And nice portion size of pasta. One of the problems with pasta is it's so easy to eat way too much. So it's nice to have it portioned out. So here is the spices for each of these, or the sauces. Spicy steak with stir fry with asparagus. So there's some oil in here, some soy sauce, and what looks, I'm not sure what's in that little tub. Maybe it's probably like chili pepper, like red chili or something. And then seared scallops with crispy Brussels sprouts and quinoa. So there's the bouillon cube and some more soy sauce. I always think it's funny that it comes in really like the soy sauce containers you would get at a Chinese restaurant. Grated Parmesan cheese. Something else in there that I don't know what that is. And another little bouillon cube. That's for the roasted peppers with pork. And then here are the meats. The other thing you get a lot of are these ice packs, which I completely understand, but I got to figure out something to do with those too, because my fridge is going to be filled with ice packs very quickly. So here are the scallops. And again, in the bag, it doesn't look like a whole bunch of meat, but it seems to be more than enough for the recipes. So I would assume this is the ground pork. and there is the steak for the stir fry. So I'm going to probably freeze the pork and the steak and try to make the scallops tonight or tomorrow, and pop all this in the fridge. Know that I have delicious food for the rest of the week and great ideas for recipes the rest of the time. So I'm actually compiling all these recipes, and I'll end up with a book relatively soon of all these recipes. And I am passing the recipes on quite a bit. I'm passing all the recipes from last week on to my mom, and hopefully she'll try some of them. And it's nice that they give you calorie count and everything like that, because my mom is currently dieting, so she wants to know what is in everything. So that's really nice, and I will film a video of the cooking process for at least one of these meals. And please do let me know if there's a specific meal you'd like to see, if there's specific meals I've mentioned in the past that you'd like the recipe for. They were all really delicious, so if something appeals to you, let me know, and I'll pass that on. And down in the description box, there's also a coupon code for $20 off your first HelloFresh box. If you're interested, it also gives me $20 off my boxes, so that would be wonderful. But again, if you live on the East Coast of the U.S. and you don't like to grocery shop, this can't be beat. It's $70 for the meat box. It's $60 for the vegetarian box. It's worth every penny. If you consider, 2 meals a week, you didn't go out to eat, there's the money that you would have spent on this food. And again, it's so easy to cook that it's not really hardship to spend a half hour cooking it and have it nice and warm, and you don't have to tip anybody. So, okay, bye guys. Have a good one.